Hi, my name is Brandi O'Leary. I would like to read to you a very short, sweet, simple, and hopeful story. Once upon a time, from a not too far off land, there was a very young girl, alone but not lonely, who had a wild and wondrous imagination. Naturally, one might think she collected all these gifts to create fantastical images and vast worlds through the pleated pages of one of her favorite books, accidentally left on a fuzzy little rug in a cloud of pillows. On the contrary, this was not her world, her place, or her book. In fact, she didn't really like or not like books. Not until much later into her young adulthood did she meet a book that caught her fancy. Ironically and magically, it was a children's picture book. This book was dappled with magical floating frogs that explored and drifted through the sky at night as the townspeople slept. This book captivated her, not only because it was mostly wordless, but because through the elaborate pictures and silly illustrations, a story unfolded. This story made her giggle and feel. An ambulance of emotions and hopes drove her to the library to see if she could find more of this mystical thing that showed her other worlds and experience beyond her imagination. This thing that connected her to people like her and unlike her, with problems and dreams like hers and unlike hers. After weeks, months, and year after year, she discovered more words, bigger worlds, and endless stories to lift her from herself and land in a place of comfort, introspection, and wisdom gained from learning about what was possible. About a year ago, I had a little seed of a thought, so small in fact, about the size of this tiny little mustard seed. And you know, mustard seeds, culinary mustard seeds, can grow up to 6 feet. Sometimes mustard crop can potentially grow up to 20 feet tall. Incredible. When faced with the just right climate, environment, and conditions. Well, my little dream seed thought I had was to open a bookshop. Now, I have visited several bookshops in the New England area and throughout Texas also. And I fell in love with the comfortable feeling I got whenever I immediately drove into the parking lot. After developing my love of books later in life, I wanted to be around them more, be surrounded by them, and be around people who also wanted to be surrounded by them, and be in a type of community that welcomed new stories, cherished old stories, shared and created stories. And I had this thought that I wanted to create a place where you could not only buy cherished books, new books, gently used books, specifically in the romance genre, but a lot of the new books would be contemporary and be bestsellers from various genres, and definitely would have to have some picture books somewhere there in that vast store inventory. And I wanted a place where people could walk in and have the scent of cinnamon, butter, and sugar, roasting coffee grounds, tantalizing teas, herbal teas that heal and comfort. And I wanted a place where people could not only just go and get a book they wanted or read a book they wanted, buy a book they wanted for themselves or a friend or family, but be in a community where they could have a book club and share their thoughts and feelings on a book, and also a place where they could write a story, create a story, and be supported in the type of environment where they felt safe to create and write. I also wanted a place where art from local artists were displayed on the walls, and inspired poetry, inspired new stories, new novels that have yet to be written. And this got me thinking, I could possibly open a bookshop with help, with a great team, with great faith that started out the size of a mustard seed. And in this type of economy we live in today, it is so needed. It's needed to find these places, these hubs, these safe havens where you could go and be comforted, like the library, like the bookstores, the many beautiful independent bookstores that are out there. And I'm hoping to create a space here in the Hartford County area that will be this place where people can come and shop and get cute little wonderful curated gifts from local artisans, and look at the art on the wall and see that it's something they created, and sign up for book clubs. Be excited about coming to this shop that will not only be a supply of great books, but a supply of great creativity and community. With your help, let's build this beautiful dream together. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. And I can't wait to keep you updated on how this magical, wonderful dream is becoming a beautiful, lovely reality. Warm wishes and blessings. Thank you.